Hey, it's Andrew Downs. I'm proud to support Three Beards Media, and I would love to work with you. If you need merchandise for your company, organization, band, softball team, whatever, I can help. From name brand apparel to promotional items, large orders or small, online stores, and more, I can help your brand stand out. AKC Marketing is local, based in Johnston, and we are an employee-owned business, so our costs are low and our turnaround times are fast. But most importantly, we give you personal service to make sure you get exactly what you're looking for. Email me at andrew@akcmarketing.com or find me on social media, and let's make some cool stuff together. Now sit back and enjoy this Three Beards Media podcast.
And a long time plan. From the bright lights flashing down in Old Sin City to a 2-drink minimum in the town so great. Punch non-stop on the interstate. Truck stop coffee keeping us awake. Midwest roads, yeah, we know them well. From Des Moines to Chi, got stories to tell. Late nights, bright lights, open mic fights. Killing on stage, then it's back to the flight. From the cornfields to the Vegas Strip. Ain't no state where we don't fit. Billy and Willie's workshop, welcome inside. Where the jokes are sharp and the laughs collide. From the neon glow to the small town dive. Comedy's the road that keeps us
alive. We're watching. Hello, everybody. We are live at the Iowa Distilling Company.
That looks like that because of the door. Looks like we're in two different rooms.
Yeah, but no.
Right the third.
Can touch him. And then we're all huge over here. But it's delayed. Wow. That's delayed.
Yeah.
So it's like we're like shitty weathermen right now.
Yeah, okay.
We look over there.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
live
okay.
With, there's a couple guys from three blind refs are here. Dude, that's a tongue twister. You say that every night, Chris?
Three blind refs?
Three blind refs.
I would just say it.
We've got Kyle here,
yeah,
hooking us up with the delicious drinks.
I had a really, really, really good dirty martini here just now.
I don't think that a lot of people know. I don't think a lot of people know that Prairie Fire. You see the sticker on it.
Yeah.
That's made here. Yeah. Prairie Fire is a homegrown entity.
Very nice.
So
they're kind of like the Anderson Ericksons of liquor. Is what they
yeah, and they've conned me into drinking some of this fucking Iowa State vodka. But,
I got a feeling it's just you're gonna just end up with like a alien little thing's gonna pop out of your chest and run across the room.
Hello, my baby. Hello.
He'll have a little Cyclone jersey on. Run out.
Motherfuckers. I swear to God, that's what Chris dreams of ways.
Yeah, just to try to get on your last nerve.
Be friendly with a Cyclone.
I know. Well, as you get older, you got it. You know what I mean?
I had to go into, like we did the commercial for Coach's Colossus. He's an Iowa State guy. I got to go in there. And
the world's getting smaller, Billy. That's all there is to it. The world's getting smaller. You know what? I think that's the Lord trying to tell us the Democrats got to get along with the Republicans. The MAGAs got to get along with the ultra liberals. And Billy's got to get along with Iowa State people.
Do you really think that?
No, fuck me. Not at all. Not even close. Process of World War III right here.
I don't think there's hope for
any of that.
I don't think there's hope for either extreme to ever.
No. Not in our lifetime.
No, we would need them to get along in order to advance.
Yes, but then we're not getting this.
But we're not going.
Well, I'm 69, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'll be going anywhere.
What if like the apocalypse started tomorrow?
Yeah, okay, let's get into that. Let's just say right now, like that movie Don't Look Up, where you know it's coming towards you. Like there's a meteorite.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Oh, it's a really cool movie. At the end, it's really frightening. But so you got a week, and it's not only you; it's going to be mankind. What are you doing different? What are you going to do different?
Like it's over. Period.
It's over.
Nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do. No hiding. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide.
I'm spending all my money on hookers.
There you go. Now, see, you're not religious.
I'd have like 10 of them.
See, now I'm torn because even though I'm kind of a lapsed Catholic here and there, I'm still torn about, I still want to get that. Yeah. You take a chance, I guess.
Was it Mary Magdalene a hooker?
Yeah, but then she tried to clean up. She tried to clean up. Although we don't
all we had, see, listen, this is the thing with your God, Willie. Here's the thing about your God.
Okay.
Is I can have we got a week, right? 7 days.
It's a week.
I can have the hookers for 6 days.
And
on day 7, I just gotta say I'm sorry.
That's right. You know what? You found the loophole. You just have to make sure. That's right. Yeah.
That's all I gotta do.
Get your last BJ right outside the confessional booth.
I believe you guys call it repenting.
It's right. You know what? As long as you can get through the whatever they give you, they give you the penance. You got to do your Our Fathers.
So I have to give time for the.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's going to take you a couple minutes.
So I got to confess like
all of it.
Like 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
That is 100% not how it works. That's not how it works.
It would be. What do you mean that's not how it works?
That's how it works. That's all right.
That's how it works like that.
That's.
How does it?
You have to promise not to do it again. That's the.
He's not going to do it again. He's going to get killed by 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, I'm not going to do it again.
Yeah. I think he found the loophole. I really did.
Well, Ross went on that stupid walk.
Oh, what was that?
I'm being an asshole. I don't mean.
Right, because I know that was deep for Ross. But explain to me why Ross did it in the first place. Was he trying to find an inner Ross? He's trying to just.
I tried to talk him into it. That's
okay, all right.
It's a great thing. And then Travis ended up not being able to do it.
Yeah.
Some conflicting schedules. So Ross went by himself.
Yeah, and he did the whole walk, and he said that he basically saw God.
And it was, no, I don't think he went.
Remember, it was like a come to Jesus kind of thing.
It was a come to Jesus kind of thing. But he didn't say that he saw God. He never said.
I know, but I mean, if you want to think that he saw God, you want to think that something.
Maybe he found him.
Okay, all right.
In some rundown temple.
But has Ross changed since then?
But no, here's why I bring that up.
Okay.
So Ross told me, I think he talked about it on either our show or my other show, where apparently there's a certain year.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that walk on like a fucking leap year or something, I don't know. But if you do the walk on a leap year, you get like absolved of all the sins for the rest of your life or something.
It's like there's actual rules. That's what you said.
Yeah. I was like, dude, that sounds like it sounds like a tree house when you were a kid. Hey, no clubs allowed except for Thursday after 4.
Okay, I found what it says. I found what it says. It says that no, walking the Camino de Santiago in a leap year does not guarantee absolution of sins.
Hold on, I can't hear you.
It does offer a unique
You got to turn your mic up.
Yeah, I can't hear a word you said.
You got to turn your mic up. We can't hear you.
No.
I'm trying to find the.
How's that?
How crazy he looks on the camera, though. He looks like a ghost. He looks like the ghost. He looks like the unholy ghost is telling us.
Okay, so Chris, which one's the headphones?
The monitor up top, all the way to the right, all the way to the right. Nope.
Right here.
Next one. There
That
you go.
one.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
This one.
Yes.
Okay, you're coming in a little better.
No, I think your mic's too
All right.
low.
Well, just forget it. Never
Can you
mind.
turn your mic up?
How about now?
I don't know.
Now?
You're like, there's no, I don't know if the people can hear you either, but I hardly can.
We can't hear you.
Come over here and get on my mic and tell me what you were just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's on my computer, so never mind.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, he's acting like a fucking scorned
I
lover.
got another drink here. I don't know what is this exactly.
Shit.
It's the Dawn.
Chris
Is this the Dawn?
Dawn.
It's a Dawn.
Chris is mad because I didn't eat the dinner that he cooked for me.
Yeah.
Dawn is going to
He's over
be
there
bourbon. I would
playing
say
the
bourbon,
covers.
balsamic vinaigrette, a little bit of strawberry,
Wow.
basil, and squirt. So great.
So this is definitely an Italian drink. It's got bourbon. It's got balsamic vinegar.
Give Kyle the mic. Kyle,
Drink half salad.
Kyle, have a seat real quick. Describe this into the mic.
Tell us exactly what it is. It's got basil in it.
Yep. So that's going to actually be our Dawn. Oh, okay.
Yeah, sit down. There he is. This is Kyle. This is Kyle, everybody. This is Jesus Christ
Jason Morton always
Superstar.
calls me, I'm a hippie at heart. So, but every year I seem to get more homeless looking instead. That being said, the Dawn is actually going to be one of our favorite drinks. It's going to be Iowa Distilling straight bourbon, a little bit of balsamic vinaigrette, It's also going to have a little bit of strawberry in there, and then we're going to top it off with a little bit of club soda, and so it's basil. So,
And this is smooth. This is very good.
well, thank you very much.
So what made you think? I would have never in a million years thought to put balsamic vinaigrette in a whiskey drink, like in a drink.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I don't like whiskey, so I don't know.
it is amazing because our mixologists are the ones that come up with some of these crazy concoctions that are absolutely amazing. One thing that I think you need to try is actually our oatmeal cookie. And our oatmeal cookie is going to be Prairie Fire Hot Cinnamon Whiskey, Iowa's Hot Cinnamon Whiskey. It's one of the best whiskey in Iowa the last 7 years.
It's the best. We were just talking about Prairie Fire, and I think a lot of people don't know that that's local.
Yeah.
I didn't know until we shot the commercial at your place. I had no idea it was made here. No clue.
Everybody needs to know that Prairie Fire,
Yes.
Fates and Sinners, Zone Vodka, Iowa Distilling Straight Bourbon. What we're doing is we're trying to make things that Iowans can be proud of, right?
And we should be, because I'm telling you right now, Prairie Fire is far superior to that F word that we don't say around
I
here.
said you're the Anderson Erickson of liquor and alcohol.
Yeah, I'll take that as a compliment
That's right.
every day of the week.
And this is my new cottage cheese right here.
Let me put that on a billboard on the side of a semi. So yeah, no, it's one of those things where we've created some amazing things that Iowans can be proud of. And so, yeah, this is one of those things where creating some of those concoctions and being able to make a flavor profile for everybody. If you look at New Glarus, have you guys ever heard of Spotted Cow before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's the Wisconsin beer, right?
That's the Wisconsin beer, right? They're actually one of the top 50 breweries in the country, and they're only available in Wisconsin.
Right.
If
Yeah.
we can actually be one of the top 50 distilleries in the country and only be available in Iowa, right now, if you like our stuff and you're over in Illinois, you have to come across the border and spend your dollars in Iowa.
Back when I was a kid, that's when Coors beer. Back when I was a kid, that was the big deal to go to Colorado and get Coors beer and bring it back. That was
When I was in college, they had Michelob Golden Light, and that was the ribbed can, ribbed for your pleasure. And it was one of those things where we always went up to Minnesota because it had a higher ABV.
Right.
And then you fill the Ford Explorer with as many cases as you could, and then you'd come back to small town Iowa.
I remember
make
being a
some food
kid, and
trips.
they'd be like, "Let's go to Missouri and get some 6-point beer."
It was such a big deal, right?
Yeah, it's such a big deal. And now we can drink, as long as it's like craft beer, it can be nothing but alcohol.
People, you gotta come down here, ask for homeless Jesus. and-
Hey now.
That's for Jesus with a mortgage.
Jesus.
You know, it's one of those things that every year I grow this beard out, and then I shave as soon as the Iowa Legislative House gavels out.
How much you think you get a beard that long?
Why is that?
September 16th is when I start. Every year on my daughter's birthday.
Uh-huh.
And
If I stare at you long enough, I can actually see it grow. I mean, it's growing at that rate.
yeah, and every year it gets a little bit more and more white,
Yeah.
and I get closer to Santa Claus. My wife told me when we were in the hospital, she was having her second daughter, and we were waiting in the hospital room, and she looked at me and she was reading on her phone, and she goes, "Did you know that mall Santa Clauses can make up to $300 an hour?" And I looked at her and I go, "Why would I want kids to poop and pee on my lap?" And she goes, "Kyle, we're having a baby. You're going to have that happen and not get paid for it."
Right?
There's a comic juggler from Iowa named Toby Kidd, and every year he goes for a month and a half to New York and does Macy's and Bloomingdale's and makes a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I figured this is my retirement gig. As soon as this turns all white, my two daughters are doing a fantastic job of turning it white fast.
Exactly.
Then I can be a mall Santa Claus during the season.
So take me through the decision to shave it with the legislator. What's that about?
It's a good. Well, what happened was when I actually took over the distillery, it was from the founder. His name was Todd, and I took it over, and it was in November, and I actually signed the letter of intent right before my wife went into labor. So I didn't know this, but at the same time, she went into labor, and that's when she gave me permission to now grow my beard out. And I was like, okay. So as soon as that happened, I wasn't going to sleep anyway. Did due diligence on the business, and I was staying up with the kiddo, and then took over in November. Well, I didn't shave until Christmas because I was seeing how much like Santa Claus I could get. And as soon as that happened, as the new year came over, there was a legislative bill that craft distilleries were very interested in.
Gotcha.
And I got this phone call from one of the distilleries saying, hey, I heard you just took over Iowa Distilling Company. We need warm bodies for the subcommittee. I'm like, okay. So I go and put this very fancy pinstripe soup on, and I look homeless because I didn't know how to take care of a beard. I had longer hair.
You didn't have any balm, no beard balm yet. That was a foreign substance.
Can you get my rope still scoop and shake it on your knees?
Haven't tried it that long, man. I haven't ZZ topped this yet.
So basically, it became a thing where it was like, I'm not going to shave unless this bill passes or doesn't pass one way or the other.
Well, actually, what happened was when I was there, met all the legislators and all that stuff. I was at an event later on that week, and 2 senators and a lobbyist come up and say, "Hey, you're that guy for that distilling bill." And I realized that now I had my calling card.
Yeah.
So anytime that I go up to the Hill to lobby for anything, now they know me as that distillery guy. So I can't shave.
So you got to make sure you have a beard while they're in
And
session.
when you do shave it, what should you start with? Like you get someone with a weed whacker come at you first? Or how do you get rid of it?
I actually commit lots of crimes before that, and then I shave. 1 year during COVID, when everybody was kind of struggling to get some comic relief. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
And one thing we did was we actually put a challenge out there and put 3 pictures throughout my life and let them determine how my beard was going to be. So we had the chin strap beard from the Backstreet Boys era. We had mutton chops from my college era. And then we had the goatee that was just long and deep. And for that, I actually brought my daughters in first, and they got first whack at my beard, and they got to take off chunks.
Got to do all the styles,
You ever braid
take
it for your
pictures.
reggae era? Have you ever braided it?
I need to.
I think if you braid it, you kind of cool.
If I did that, I can only imagine what Jason Norton would tell me. He calls me a hippie right now.
Wouldn't it be badass if you braided it?
You know, I did braid my cornrows.
Cornrows, there you go.
So when I had long hair, we actually did braid it into ponytails so that I could I could cut it for.
Lots of love.
It was something similar. It was
like
kids
that.
with hair loss.
Right
And it
on.
was one of those where my wife said, if you're going to do that now because you don't have gray hair up there. No kid wants gray hair.
I gotta be honest with you. If you're doing that for a kid's hair, the kid's gonna look like Don King. Just gonna,
You know, it's one of those things that never mind. There's a
Well,
lot of paths we could go down here.
if you do, if you decide to commit a string of crimes and then shave, I would suggest a few, like, I don't know, insurance CEOs, maybe.
Hey, now we're going down.
Maybe.
So when you shave, you do this. I don't grow much longer, but when I shave, I start off. I'll do like a goatee like that.
Yep.
Then I'll leave my sideburns from Elvis for a while.
Yep.
And then at the end, and I know it's probably not right, I do the Hitler mustache right at the end. I give myself a little Hitler mustache just for a little bit,
Just for kicks.
just for kids. I'll do my hair on the side, and I'll give myself a couple of them.
In the mirror.
Yeah, why not? For Christ's sake.
Okay.
You got to diet though. You're like if Hitler lived.
Oh,
Yeah,
Just
it was a bad shot. Still be around.
oh wow. Okay. Okay.
That's how this is gonna go.
If David didn't have that bomb ass burger.
All right.
Well, anyway, this is fantastic, and if you come here, I recommend you either get a dirty martini or the Don.
Okay. All right. You know, there's a couple of fun ones, and I know we have an Iowa Hawk fan here.
Yeah.
But we also
Right.
do Iowa State 1858 vodka. And one of the fun things that has been amazing is that we've been able to give back to the We Will Collective as well as the Iowa State Athletics. And one of the reasons this is important is because when we're talking about athletics in Iowa, whether it be Iowa Hawkeyes, whether it be Iowa State Cyclones, whether it be Drake University,
Or Grandview Vikings.
Grandview Vikings, Simpson Storm, right? If we're talking about that, and we're talking about keeping Iowa dollars and Iowa borders, if we just talk about the vodka market in general, because we do Iowa State 1858 vodka, if we talk about that, we bring in, just say $8 million, and we spread that out between Iowa and Iowa State. What does that do to the facilities? What does that do to the recruiting for the kids that we can bring in? What does that do to the NIL program? And how does that change the landscape of Iowa athletics, Iowa State athletics, These are some really important things, and people don't understand that. They think that, hey, the only way that I'm going to impact this is writing a huge check to the universities.
No, just buy that vodka, buy that beer.
Or when you're at a bar or restaurant, ask for a science soda rather than a vodka soda.
Sure.
And even though it might be a 25-cent change, those pennies add up. Those nickels add up. And those Iowa dollars and Iowa borders are something that we can be proud of.
Absolutely.
So,
don't you, goddamn it?
And I love you. I love your passion about it too. I mean, I used to. I remember this friend of mine. I would take him on the road, and he used to. Danny T would tell me I was fucking. You are a fucking hippie. I would always insist on getting gas right before we left Iowa.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I want to keep my money in Iowa, so we fill up right before we leave Iowa, and then we don't have to get gas again until we get back into Iowa, and then I would get gas again. And he used to give me all kinds of shit about that.
No.
America needs farmers.
Look, America needs distilleries, local distilleries.
Yeah,
You're doing it right here, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we love being able to do it in Cumming, Iowa, and it's always fun to sit there and have a little bit of fun with guys like you guys to come down and be able to showcase some of the cool things that Iowa can do.
I
didn't lie to you.
really can't.
Very sad.
I really can't.
Fair enough.
I can't thank you enough for having us. Honestly, this is such a cool place. And
it's a blast, man. It's a blast. I'm glad you guys were able to make it down, and I hope this is the first of a few.
Oh yeah,
we'll have you down more often.
We'll definitely be back, and we'll. I know you guys like to do charity type stuff, like tonight. Every dollar, a dollar for every drink's going to the ARL. And yeah, I mean, we would love to team up and do other charities. I mean, we could make it a regular thing for sure.
If you're looking at what we built this place on, it's so Iowans can making Iowans proud. And the three things that we are noted for is number one, quality. We're going to have some of the best quality in the world. I don't care if you're going across the ocean or across state lines. We're going to have high quality stuff. We're also building it on community because it's important for us to be able to be part of the community and build the community.
Sure.
And we think Iowa is the whole community. And third one is fun. I mean, if you're not having fun and you're in the alcohol industry, you're doing something wrong. As my marketing director always says, this is an industry where you need to have fun.
Yeah.
And you guys are doing it. And so I appreciate what you're doing and being able to help kind of ensure some laughs and people understand that Iowans are funny too. Yeah, all of us don't sell insurance.
All of us, yeah. We're more than just Hartford, Connecticut's sister city. No. But thank you, Kyle, again, Dan, for having us.
No worries.
I'll let you get to work. Thank you, brother. Uh-oh, he said, hold on. What's up?
Oh, goodness sakes.
Well, we do an AI segment.
An AI?
Oh, you want to do it now?
No, we're doing an early one for him.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It's funny.
So every episode, every episode is what can AI do for you? We have a segment, and Chris usually comes up with a theme and makes some kind of AI picture of Willie and I if we were whatever. Somehow I always end up. Yeah, I just get fatter every episode.
Some Kyle.
Oh, Kyle. There it is. He looks like he's Steven Irie.
I don't partake, but I'd buy a gram from this guy. I will.
All right.
I'd buy weed from him. I don't think I'd trust him for coke. I wouldn't trust him for the hard stuff.
Yeah. There we go. And notice how that's an old picture since my beard is actually nice and brown.
Yeah, it looks a little more trim.
It's before the girls could actually cause ruckus, right? So anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you for joining us.
Here in just a little bit.
Thanks,
Cheers, my friends.
All right.
Almost Jesus for us.
This is a really cool place.
Yes, yes. They got their places filled up, man.
Yeah, it's got some peeps in here.
That's right.
Selling some booze. I always wonder, Reverend Ray's in the house.
I know.
He's usually at home
I know.
With the bong, just humming.
Instead of reading what he says underneath there, he's actually saying it to us.
See, one of these days in Iowa, in Iowa, Reverend Ray's going to be able to show up at one of our shows.
Yeah.
And we're going to be able to just sit here and be in this fucking place. Wow.
Man can dream.
A man can
A
dream.
man can
We just
dream.
got to get rid of COVID Kim.
She's gone.
I know it.
It's her last.
Well, but we got to get Rob saying. We got to,
Well, let's do what we can for him.
And I'm not saying.
Let's lend a hand to Rob Sand.
I'm not saying that like as this like political statement. So to
Let's
speak.
let's put up the band for Ron Sand.
I think there's something to be said. I think there's something to be said for, because I've made it very clear on this show.
Yeah.
I do not affiliate myself with any party whatsoever.
No, you made that
Like
very
either
clear.
one of them.
No, you made it very clear.
But in this state right now, to be a publicly elected Democrat is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, he's like the only one.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah.
So that says something to me. That says to me that he's
He goes. Yeah, he goes. He's a little bit above the line. Yeah, exactly.
doing something
Yeah.
that people.
Have you ever met him?
No, I haven't met him, but I do like him. Yeah.
I'm all in for him. Oh, yeah. I'll do
JD Vance, the couch fucker.
He is.
Oh yeah, Shelton, Shelton.
JD Vance is not welcome at Homemakers. I know that.
I got. You know what? You think he can strike you out? You think JD Shelton can strike you out?
Oh, I'm sure.
I heard he was throwing the fucking swat. He started pitching or something. Really? Yeah, like last year.
I'll be damned.
That's what it was. JD was in. He was going.
I went last year. I went to the Cubs game, and I went. There's the bar across the street had batting cages, and I did Mickey work at home, so I took one of my glasses. So I had my glasses
You
off.
talking about Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
you talking about the icons?
no.
Like, where the fuck is that?
Well, I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't hit the ball to save my life. At one point, I think I had the bat up upside down.
I actually got the batting. I got the batting cage last year, 4th of July, and hit pretty well.
Did you really?
I was impressed with that.
I'm lucky I didn't get hit with it.
I'll tell you what you did wrong.
What's that?
You got to lay down a couple of times.
You know what? That's right. That's
What you got to do. You got to go
Lay
in.
a couple down, then pour the
You got to lay a couple down. That's what I did. Just like
Did you step out of the box and look over to imaginary third base coach to make it look like you're getting?
give him a nod.
yeah.
Grab him a crotch a little bit
With the quarter in it.
with the quarter in it. I just gotta have the quarter in your nut cup.
Billy played his entire career with a quarter in his nut cap because he
did.
got a triple when he was 9 months.
No. It was high school. It was my senior year in high school. So yeah, I mean, I'm just straight.
Jameson went down fast.
You're being
Good, baby.
whatever that. What is it?
The
Don?
Yeah, I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna be done.
You have to chill out.
Do two downs and then I'm done. Billy's and
Downs.
What else, Billy? What else are we doing here?
You tell me what's going on in the world.
We were talking about something beforehand. I can't remember what it was. I had something important I wanted to say.
Doesn't it feel like a little bit more pressure to have something to say when there's people?
Yeah, well, this is almost like a stand-up show. I mean, it's like we're standing on stage right now. Now I'm doing open mic shit. Let's see.
We're at home and shit. It's like we don't care.
No.
There's people around. It's almost like somebody's going, "Did you fucking do something?"
Yeah, exactly. We have to. We should have an agenda here. We don't have an
Jim,
agenda.
what are you doing?
Oh, I can tell you what I'm doing. I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm going down to Columbus, Georgia, to watch Grandview girls play softball.
That's right.
So, and I'm not looking forward to. I hate the
It's a hell of a trip for it when your daughter's
just a coach. Yeah. Well, her boyfriend's going down. Me and Jenny and her cousin Jessica's going down. So it'll be a part. And they play tomorrow at I think 10 in the morning, and then they're off the rest of the day.
So, if and when they get married,
Yes.
well, is that when you wet his whole head in the Christmas photo?
Me.
Is that
I might take it above his eyebrows, and that's it.
It's like a thing. Where
It's a measure. I
as
just
long as,
noticed.
yeah, it's like
That's right. Yeah. You want your whole head in the photo? Get down on one knee, bitch.
Yeah, you got.
You know, it's two things. You want to be into the photo, you get down on a knee, you be down lower. Also, while you're down there, pull out a ring.
Yeah, I mean, family photo. You're not really family.
As Beyonce says.
I mean, I'm family, but I don't have to marry anybody to be family. You know what I'm saying?
Your grandfather did.
Yes, I'm a made man.
That's right.
As far as the pharaohs.
Exactly. You went through PJ, so you got the knowledge.
I went through PJ.
Racist old
I went through college.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, PJ was the most
He was real.
racist, sexist,
Misogynistic.
misogynist.
He was Donald Trump, only an Italian guy. And, yeah,
He was so fucking.
he was hilarious. Well, you know, in life, you know, it is funny. But people always talk to comics, but yeah, the funniest people I've ever met in my life were not actual stand-up comics. The people that you met in real life.
You know, the people that make you cry.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the other thing is, I mean, comics that you're friends with.
Yeah.
But it's not withstanding.
No. Well, you know, we talk
Like
about
we
this.
make each other laugh
Yeah.
hard a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it has nothing to do with being on stage.
You know, it's funny. I mean, we've done this so many times. You watch a comic on stage, it's killing, and you'll just look at it and go, "Oh, that's funny. That's funny." And it is. I mean,
Or a quick little-
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But
That's
but you're expecting it.
you
So,
love to
yeah,
get
yeah.
that from a comic.
Yeah, exactly. You're expecting it. It's the unexpected when you're sitting around talking.
What's your go-to move when the opener does something just fucking ridiculous, like a musical closer?
I don't do anything.
A
I never do.
something
The
crazy.
only thing I ever do is I got it from the round guy who obviously got it from somebody else. But if the middle act kills, absolutely kills, when he comes off stage, I'll shake his hand. I'll go, "When did you think you lost?"
Where do you think you lost?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what Paul used to say.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, my play up for Paul.
Yeah.
But that's it. And you also got to be careful with that because most comics, if they're hip enough, will understand that I killed, I know I killed. But every once in a while, you get that one comic that will just freeze him. And
Really?
yeah, exactly.
That's the guy that never had the last one.
Exactly.
Like,
But
you ever see a comic that all of a sudden it's like the only good? I shouldn't say the only good.
Well,
but
because then they do what you're
doesn't happen-
talking about.
That's very often.
They're supposed to do 10, and most of the time they do 9 or 8 because they suck so bad. But then they'll do 10 in front of a hot crowd, and they're killing. And next thing you know, now they're doing 15 because they don't know what it's like to get that many laughs.
But how about I noticed a moment. Like I've seen it more than once where they go, it's almost you almost see them just go,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh.
Like they found a prize.
yeah.
But then you can't get them off stage.
Yeah.
They're doing. I'll talk about a guy that we haven't seen in a long time. It's disappeared with West. You know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't just name it off stage. But I had him open for me one time at
DS, initials DS.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
What do you call it? Had him open for me at a country club. Country club is
Oh, you couldn't get him off if he was doing it all. Oh,
They
yeah.
gave him the light.
I remember.
They gave him the light 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, he just.
And then he made an excuse like, "Well, I didn't see it." So you looked at it and nodded.
Yeah.
It was a hot crowd, and he didn't want to let go of it.
Oh, he wouldn't ever.
Yeah.
No, I took him on the road with me because when it came to going on the road out of here, I didn't necessarily. I think maybe I might have pissed some guys. I don't think I pissed anybody off, so to speak, but I think guys probably wondered why him.
Yeah,
or why,
exactly. Oh, yeah, I get that a lot.
For me, I've always taken guys, and it's different now that I'm older, but back then,
Would you get in
I wasn't necessarily going to take the funniest guy.
right,
I was taking the guy that wanted it the most.
right, exactly.
I wanted to take the guy that was making the sacrifices that I know have to be made. Because a lot of guys are funny,
Yeah, exactly.
but most guys won't make the sacrifice.
Yeah, but see, now you're getting like me because I take the guy that will drive while I sleep the entire time.
Well, but that's part of one.
The thing is, I always took guys that were. I mean, I used Tim Shitsky for a while.
and then he quit doing comedy. I used Andy Hartley, and he's still doing, but Josh Novi, and now Jonathan May. And Jonathan May does. You want to take a guy in the room that's perfect.
Man.
And I'm going to give you the bit because Comic Magician does exactly what you.
Never going to step on any of you.
Nothing, and does a good job, keeps the crowd happy and everything. Oh, thank you. And
That's why they used to. That's why like Cheryl Underwood. That's why.
Don't run with scissors.
That's why Cheryl Underwood always loved me because she knew that I wasn't ever going to step on any of her shit. Because I remember asking her that, like, why do you want a white guy? She goes, I know you won't say the N-word too many times.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, and what people don't realize is how important it is to have a
You
show.
want somebody to do well.
Yeah, but you need
You
to
just
show
don't
the
want
flow.
them to stomp on you.
Yeah, you need to show the flow.
Or like, if you're in some small town and there's 25 people there, and the guy in front of you does a bunch of fucking crowd work.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
come on, man.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Well, Seinfeld, when you
unfortunately, we're getting there. You're an old school. What's your name? What do you do?
Right,
guy,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, now it's getting to the point where everybody's trying to do that shit.
I know. You know what? Sometimes I get pissed because I remember doing it when I used to get kickback. Club owners would tell me, just do your act. And I said, well, but I can do both. And I would, and I would get, and 9 times out of 10, they say, oh, well, okay, I see what you're doing. There's a method to your madness. Go. But once again, I would do that because I still had the material. These kids nowadays, they're putting out whole albums on crowd work.
Right.
And then you want to say, well, where's your material? Oh, I don't have any material. No, I don't want that way.
You gotta
earn the crowd work.
And you're not crushing for an hour with crowd work.
No,
I don't care who you are.
You've seen the method to my madness. Yeah. I mean, I will do it, but I've got my bits to the point of where it looks like crowd work and it's a bit.
Or you got, or like Ian's like,
you always have something in your holster. You know what I mean? That's
And it's funny because I remember back in the day, I used to talk about, you know what? I'm just gonna start uploading some videos of like dealing with hecklers and shit. Because then I'm not gonna I won't burn any material,
right?
And then and I remember people like discouraging me from doing that.
Yeah.
So I did.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, I guess I should have.
No, but the thing is, the funniest. I mean, you're a very quick-witted comic. So even if you had something in the holster, odds are you're going to do a better job just coming off the cuff.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be organic at the time, and it's going to probably be more personal than anything else you would say to the person.
Right.
So that. But on the other hand, you're always walking the tightrope with that. But that's what makes it. To me, that's what still makes comedy fun. Is that the chances where you're just like, oh my god, I just baked myself into a corner. How am I going to get out of it?
Well, I went through a really like a semi-long phase where I wasn't taking any chances.
Yeah.
Because I was just so concerned with just working.
Yeah, well, you were in that one phase where you were doing a show every night for like 3 months straight.
Yeah,
it's like
I have to make sure that I come back in a year.
Right.
It's like when I'm working all those funny bones and improvs, I know that every Monday, all the managers of all the funny bones and improvs are having a conference call.
Exactly.
And they're talking about the shows that weekend. Yeah. How much did they drink? I know that they have all these conversations.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you make it come up.
So I knew when I went on the road how to act.
Yeah.
Because thankfully I could.
The thing is it still because the rooms have cut down so much as far as the time. Is it still like that on the road? Is there still a community of comics just still doing? I mean, there's still a bunch of funny bones out there, right?
Yeah, it's all still the same. It's just that now you got to sell tickets to even work in the first place, and those off nights are local.
Yeah,
like there's no more Thursday through Sunday 6 shows.
Right.
features booked independently of the headliner. Headliner's just a guy that works that you've never really heard of, but he's great.
Yeah, someone's channel on YouTube.
That's pretty much gone.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing in Vegas. I used to be able to bring, in Atlantic City, I used to be able to bring my headline, my middle act, and my opener. But now there's so many comics in Vegas right now. I mean, half the time the headliners
they're probably not even paying the guys that are opening.
Very little.
Yeah,
not like it used to be.
They're so hungry. And
that's the weird thing about this whole business is the money has not. I mean, for a working comic that's just still working the clubs, his money's the same as it was.
The jobber doesn't change.
15, 20 years ago.
But in all fairness, the goal is to sell tickets at some point, And
that is,
if you don't get there, you don't get there.
Exactly.
And
I agree.
It's becoming less and less likely for you to make a living if you don't get there.
Yeah.
So you got to go into the corporate world and things like that.
Exactly.
That's a world I don't necessarily, I do corporates, but I don't want to live there.
Yeah, and then sometimes you get yourself aged out. It's kind of funny because I've aged out of the proms and the colleges years ago.
Oh yeah,
and you're right now. You're riding that wave.
I did one last year, maybe 2 years. I can't remember. A while back.
Yeah.
And now I'm
sure you did well because you're a professional. But did you have
horrible
fun at all?
It was fucking horrible. Oh, they were so mad. They were so mad how much money they made me. I mean, nobody said me. But I know damn well they were.
It's so funny because I still every once in a while I'll get a show out of that whatever it's called, the Bash, which used to be whatever it's a new name for the old. The Bash. What's it called? It used to be the Big Salad people.
Oh.
They changed the name. It's called the Bash.
Yeah, Gig Salad's still a thing.
Yeah. And this is how you pay a little. But it's just crazy that I still I'll see it online in the people that we act the prom. We talk to the kids, and they really don't want a hypnotist this year. They want a comedian, and they have their favorites, but we need you to be clean. And it's like,
that's exactly it. The kids would be fine. If you could just go in and do your act, the kids would be fine.
They would be fine.
But you can't.
No.
And the parents are worried about one person complaint, whatever.
They got the phone. They've already pushed 9-1.
Yeah.
They're just waiting to push the other one. Yeah.
And that's why, and I'll usually get a few decent laughs out of the kids.
Oh yeah.
Because I'll start making fun of how to touch their parents are paranoid.
Exactly.
Usually I'll ask, like, how many of you guys are 18? And they'll raise their hand and go, okay, so you can all legally go overseas and get shot in the face.
You know what's funny?
If I say the F word in front of you, somebody.
It's funny that this has been a while since I've done it. I don't know if you've ever done it, but I would talk to the kids beforehand and I would just say, who you guys have stand up? Who do you like? And I'm talking 20 years ago when well, we used to watch George Carlin or we like Richard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you're not going to hear any of that here. You know what I mean? I could do
think
some Bill Cosby, but I'm going to have to put a couple of senior girls.
Post-prom in general is for the parents more than the kids. I don't think the kids really give a shit about post-prom. Post-prom is just so that the parents one more time can make sure the kids aren't fucking. They don't want to know that their fucking daughter's getting railed by the prom queen at 2:00 in the morning. So they do post-prom so that they can make them fucking wrestle in suits. They have to hang out till 4 in the morning to get their door fridge that they put in the rack.
Has anybody seen Sarah and Nick?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's those are the worst gigs by far for the mere fact that a lot of times they're probably a couple hours away from the morning, maybe 3 hours. They don't want you to go until 2 in the morning. So you drove there at midnight. And me, I'm already asleep. I'm sleeping in the car. Now you got to get and do this gig at 2, and then you've done it 3 or 4. Now you got to drive home. I mean, it's like, oh god.
You get a hotel room, and then you just go and you play around in the hotel till.
It's just the thought of it. It's just, and what's sad about it is like me and you're talking about it like it's worse than death. There's a million comics out there who just love that gig.
Oh yeah,
kill for that.
I know, and we're bitching about it.
Exactly.
And got paid thousands. But fuck that. We earned it.
Exactly.
We earned it.
I agree.
And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. It went horrible. They were pissed. I told them, I warned them.
Yeah.
And they don't understand the reason they're paying me that money is because of how bad it sucks for me. It has nothing to do with me being great.
Yeah, you're paying me money.
You're paying me this much money because I'm gonna hate it every second of it. So if I'm gonna be this miserable, you're gonna pay me this much money.
I'll stick to my material. So you do your material and you run through it, you get a few laughs, you go, okay, and you look down and that took 6 minutes. That's a 20-minute bit that took 6 minutes.
My favorite thing to do it at gigs like that is to see how many times I can say shit. Because when they tell you they want you to be clean, what they really mean is don't say fuck and don't talk about sex. That's what they really mean. So I try to say all the other cuss words. I'm like, hey, your mom told me I needed to be clean, but that's just stupid shit. No,
With the phone.
I remember one time I did this gig at it's like this country club. There's a lot of old people. It was probably the most diverse.
Country clubs can either be great or they could be horrible.
It was probably the most diverse age-wise crowd I've ever been in front of. Like it was from 21 to 80.
But you didn't have any little kids like balloons.
No, not little kids. But that's still generationally, that's insane. So I remember the show went pretty well. And one of the things I made fun of, which I'll do in those situations a lot, is they don't want you to say things about sex or anything because old people. Sure. It's like, wait a minute, none of us would be here if these old people didn't fuck. Like, why are you guys? Why is everybody so freaked out?
This is bringing back.
Like blowjob skills are genetic. That shit's passed down from generation to generation. Say what? We take a break. This fucking fascist.
Okay. Don't check your phones.
Well, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can't. But we're gonna take a break. I think your mic.
We get to the blowjob section of the show.
I can't hear you at all.
All right. Well, we're taking a break.
Take a break.
All right.
Take the break.
In 2023, a crack Green Beret named Dan Douglas retired his military command and promptly escaped to a full-time career in real estate. Today, this man is wanted by home buyers and sellers who want to survive the process without spending a fortune. If you have a home to sell or want to buy one, maybe you can hire Dan Douglas at Green Beret Realty. You can find him at greenberetrealty.com. greenberetrealty.com. Making great tasting bourbon requires the perfect combination of ingredients, conditions, and time. The longer it rests, the better it tastes. Revelton Distillery's new single barrel bourbon is made from 80% corn, sourced 100% from Iowa farmers. And unlike mass-produced bourbons, each barrel of Revelton's single barrel bourbon is unique, proofed on when it tastes best. As they like to say, it'll be ready when it's ready. And to ensure the highest standards of quality and flavor, owners Rob and Christy Taylor oversee the production and bottling. Every single barrel. Iowa born, Iowa aged, Iowa bottled. Try the new single barrel bourbon from Iowa's own Revelton Distillery. ReveltonDistillery.com. Whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing your home, or if it's simply time to renovate the one you're already living in, you need an experienced mortgage professional to help you analyze your financing options and to make sure the closing goes smoothly. And that's exactly what you get when you call Kyle Lehman at Wintrust Mortgage. Kyle's experience and expertise, coupled with Wintrust's rates and programs, ensures you'll get the mortgage that's right for you. You may even qualify for down payment assistance. Before you reach out to a realtor, call Kyle and get pre-qualified, empowering you to start shopping for the home of your dreams. Call Kyle at 515-473-0546. Kyle Lehman Wintrust Mortgage, 515-473-0546.
Oh, we're back. Willie decided to go to the bathroom.
All right, we're back.
With
Can you hear
30
me now,
seconds
Bill?
to break. Yeah, come over here and
Can you
get
hear
on this
me
mic,
okay?
Chris.
Can you hear me okay?
Nah, come over here. Get on Willie's mic till he gets back.
To legitimize my reverendship meeting. Instead of just being prop, preacher and
The Rev's telling me all about his driver's license photo. Let me see that. Give me that. Give me your driver's license, Rev. Reverend Ray's here, guys. Rev got the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster colander on his head for his license photo because you can wear religious headwear in your. So he actually did it. He did the call. I fucking love that. That's great.
There's so much heaven in your life.
Yeah.
And there's so much hell in your life.
I agree with that. We'll bet.
It exists among the living and who believes. You know what I mean?
All right, yeah, are we good? Are we good? We're good. We got to do our Reddit. Okay. We're gonna do our Reddit and our. I feel like I'm a little loud. We got to do our
Loud as fuck, motherfucker.
but
Come on here, Tom.
I ain't gonna move my lips. I can show like more talented than everybody else. Hey. All right. What do we got for Chris? You might have to like carry your computer over here or something because we can't hear you. Okay. I need another drink too. Kyle disappeared on us. I don't want this. I don't like this.
You must not like to say.
Dad, what's the milk, Dad? I want a juice box. Oh,
It's over there now.
going
What
on
is
there?
it? Look
Ah,
All right, here we go. Can you hear me now?
no,
You still can't hear me?
no. I can hear you like off my.
Plus, you look weirder than shit, too.
There's no mic at all.
Okay, well, this is as good as we're going to get. So,
We're gonna have to.
Is there something we can touch that makes it better? That's what she said. Nothing.
Just how about you just let us know whatever the here's the big shot. In the shot. Is this the what is it again? Oatmeal cookie. It's prairie fire cream and butterscotch.
Chin chin.
Sante. Hey, I'll be one.
Oh, can I get another one of these too? Thank you. Holy shit.
How was it?
That's delicious. That's insanely delicious. Oh, that's dangerous. Oh my God, we gotta do that. I gotta make sure that's some tailgate party shit right there. As- no, you gotta mix it.
So we go to our website. We got 160 cocktails on our website.
Oh, nice. And that's on there? So if you go to the Iowa Distillery website, you can get all those recipes. Beautiful.
Read the question.
The Reddit question? Yeah. Are you texting it to me?
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, here we
Are
go.
we on now?
Yeah, we're on.
You rolling? That shot thing was good. That's good.
No,
Look
it's
at,
delicious.
you know what's nice about this place? Everything we drink is nothing you can get anywhere else.
Exactly.
That's what makes us. I mean,
That's exactly what makes it awesome.
Yeah.
You really can't get anything anywhere
so
else.
for you old alcoholics that are just tired of the same old
Same
drunk,
old goddamn Miller Lite. I'm down here. I'm tired of drinking Miller Lite.
down here, tell me.
All right. Oh, okay.
What's that?
So, Chris's Reddit question. What are you most jealous of the opposite gender for?
Let me think. It drives me nuts about my wife quickly.
That's the next one. That's next.
I'll tell you one of the things I'm most jealous of. People can't just fire them.
You know what? That might be the best answer ever. I don't know how I topped that one.
I was going to say I'm jealous of any marginalized group because as a white middle-aged white man, I'm the most fireable person on planet Earth.
Yeah. I mean, in fact, Chris was going to tell you he was going to let you go after tonight's show.
Yeah. It's a right. Listen, it's a right to work state. It doesn't matter what you did.
I mean, that's the best answer. I was going to say, as far as having to lug around all this junk between my legs, that's a bitch.
All that goddamn weight.
I mean, that's the best answer I heard. Because you know what the thing is, any other answer you give, it's going to piss them off. You know what I mean? If you were to say something else, the first thing is they're going to come at you and say, "Oh, really? I don't want to."
Yeah, like they can,
My book is as big and bad and as tough as I am any day of the fucking week. So I mean, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, well, because she's got this," and she said, "Bitch, I didn't have that. What you gonna do?"
Yeah,
that's why I'm going to fight her. Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's other stuff like. I mean,
my wife
jealous of. I'm jealous of how women. I don't know. It's hard because a lot of times it's fake.
Yeah.
But women kind of build each other up a lot.
Yeah, but they're a lot of times to take them down too.
Exactly.
They can get catty as a motherfucker.
Exactly. Sometimes they're full of shit. But kind of as a speak, men don't do this thing like.
No.
Listen, men, we really need to get behind each other. Like
men don't. No,
men don't do that.
It was doing a joke. I forget who it was. I think it was Brian Riggers. We're talking about like you got two couples, and one of the couples gets divorced, and the wife's talking to the wife, and she's telling her everything that's going on, and she talks to her husband and says, "Well, what did he say?" I said, "No, we were golfing because you golf with him. He knows what he said." I said, "Nice shot." He said.
Yeah.
Men they don't dump their stuff on each other. You know what I mean?
Or for 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's it.
Like especially on the golf course. Like, you actually don't get to have a lot of conversations on the golf course.
No.
Most of your conversations are about golf.
Yeah, but because the game is important.
Yeah. Well, not so much that. It's just that's what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. And you want to do it
like you shoot your shot. There's 4 of you.
Yeah.
Everybody tees off. Yeah. Right? And then we all go, make fun, whatever. Yeah. At no point during that is like somebody might have a story that they're telling. So everybody hits their shot, they kind of finish the story, you get in the cart, and then you're trying to find the ball.
I think about when you went through what you went through. You would tell me a little bit about it, and at a certain point, I felt obligated to bust your chops a little bit, and then we moved on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, with girls, they'll talk about it, and they'll double down on the shit. And they'll say, well, what about he did this? And what about he did that? And the next thing you know, they got this whole convoluted thing going on. Well, with guys, you'll tell me this, I'll go, she's a bitch. Hey, you want another drink? And we move on.
Yeah, it's, but and I'd say that lends itself to another thing I'm a little jealous. Like, women will sit in that shit on purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we try to find a way out. Like that's all. Like in that situation, like when I was going through my divorce and stuff, I was used to being able to get competitive with everything. Like any setback, I could get competitive about. Like I lost a gig. Okay, I'm gonna go find this other booker. Like I'm gonna work harder. I'm gonna do this thing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna prove this person wrong. Whatever. Well, when it came to that, like a divorce, like a relationship ending. There's no victory to be had. No. So you can't really get competitive about it. You have to get competitive with yourself.
Yeah. Well, I think the reason my marriage has lasted as long as it has is because my wife, she's more a dude than a girl. I mean, she won't play a lot of that girl shit.
Well, also,
moves on.
You just gave up. I'm having any
I am the
individuality at
Washington
all.
Generals, without a doubt.
You just conceded win games. The reason you lasted so long is because 25 years ago you just conceded victory.
That's it. So you're gonna bring the ball down. We'll leave it close for 3/4.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
All right. Next, Reddit. What was a house rule you had as a kid that you thought was completely normal until you grew up and realized not all households follow?
Don't talk to the FBI. That's right. Always when you dig a hole, at least 6 feet. That was an important one. Doug Smith. That's right. Make sure the cement is hardened on their feet before you throw them into the Des Moines River.
I'm trying to think if man, I gotta be honest, we didn't really have any real kind of household things that were out of the ordinary.
My pop, an actual real one was we couldn't customize.
Oh yeah,
Which is weird.
yeah. See, I had stuff that I knew wasn't normal.
Yeah.
But nothing that I thought was normal that it blew my mind.
Exactly.
You know?
Did you have friends that had weird ass parents and shit that would do goofy shit?
I remember there's
I grew up around
a
people
kid
that-
across the street.
Yeah.
They were super religious.
Yeah.
Their parents wouldn't let them watch soap operas because they were too violent.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they couldn't watch the Smurfs because Gargamel was the devil.
Oh shit,
that kind of
really?
stuff. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's that weird to me.
And that's the one where the guy then smothers all his family.
In fact, I
in
remember
sleep.
him coming over one time because the coach, we were playing, we were both 8.
Yeah.
And he was playing on another Pee Wee team. And they came over because, they thought my dad knew everything about baseball and da-da-da-da-da. And so my dad is talking, and I'll never forget it because they go, well, if he says something like, well, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
And my mom went, and I just went, this motherfucker was saying fuck every other word last night. Because this family from across the street here.
Yeah.
Oh, you're Greg. Oh.
See, I always knew my family was my dad was almost 50 when I was born. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And he looked old, even.
So he was also been very traditional.
So when they have Fathers and Son days, remember Little League when you go with your dad?
Yeah.
They'd say here comes Mikey Capella with his dad Eddie, and they'd run out in the field and he'd have on, and they'd say, "No, we're Farrell's dad Lou." We'd walk out. If I was a catcher, I had my equipment on. My dad's got on a sharkskin suit, sunglasses, pinky ring.
It's like fucking my blue
Checking
heaven.
my hand to see that my manicure was good, that he got me from the Des Moines airport barbershop. And I'm never just looking down the road and going, "Who the fuck is this guy? He can't even." Yeah, it's old and shit.
I don't recall. I just remember that being so fucking funny to me. Greg, my parents cuss like fucking sailors, bro.
Yeah, that was the weird thing. My pop never cussed around. I heard him cuss, but if we said anything, that was a big deal. But,
I remember that there being a thing about not cussing in front of women.
Yeah.
I remember my grandpa being.
Now, was your family the kind that with older people you had to show respect, even if they were assholes?
My mom always said things like, "Yeah, but they're an adult."
I had old aunts and uncles that were just pricks and bitches.
I remember you.
Yeah, I grew up, and to this day, even if I see somebody that's 80 or 90 years old, no matter what they do, I give them a pass, even though I'm the old guy.
Well, I'm pretty sure. My mom's whole, they're an adult though, is what got me molested. So she probably doesn't. She probably doesn't feel very good about that anymore.
When he sticks his penis in your buttocks.
Yeah,
that
old man would have never touched my wee-wee had I not conceded to the fact that he was an adult.
No, it's weird.
the people that go to look at porn when I'm sick.
People that go through like therapy and then all of a sudden they come back and they find memories of when they got molested that they never knew about before.
Because they suppressed them.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you probably should have just let that go.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. Let sleeping dogs lie.
Exactly.
All right. Let's do the AI and get this over with.
What are we?
Fucking Chris.
What are we as AI?
So, Chris,
what kind of AI people are we?
did AI as high school wrestling?
All right.
Gee, I wonder who's going to be a heavyweight.
Super heavyweight.
Gee, I wonder who's going to look like.
You're going to look like the big guy that was in the Olympics. Remember that? That was really good. Who was the big guy that was from
Rulon Gardner. Rulon Gardner. It's fucking exactly what I'm going to look like.
Yeah.
Willie's going to look.
I'm going to go one of the Brands kids.
Yeah, you're gonna look like we're gonna do my first this time.
All right, let's see.
Oh, maybe you're gonna be the funny one this time.
Not. That's it.
Okay, here's the problem. Why do I look like I'm wrestling for Dowling? Fuck that shit.
Why do you think you're giving two hand jobs? The snigger looks like
Why am I always the redhead?
Oh my God. You're almost dwarfish. Touch your hands above your head, you couldn't do it. You're like Charlie Brown. Your arms are too short to touch above your head.
Dude.
Oh, look how what's up there. Whoa.
I look like I'm a 5'2" heavyweight.
You look like Butterbean.
He looks like a heavyweight, but he's wrestling at 118.
What happened here?
Finally win one. Finally.
And I just got dead giving a hand job because I have my hand up.
Finally.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're fucking Jerry Sandusky. That's you're
Flesh out the show.
Sandusky in a singlet. That's who you are.
That's not good at all.
Yeah. It hurts. I just heard skin slapping and I left the locker room.
Damn. Quit doing these.
Oh, God, who does that guy look like? Who is that?
Neither one of us will win him, sir. You know that.
Well, of course not. But I finally,
You're
finally get slightly better. But that dude, that looks like an actor. That looks like a real guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it is, but he's an actor that's on like a lot of shit.
Exactly. He's a character.
Yeah. You know who I'm talking. I know exactly. I wish I knew his name.
No one does. He's a character.
Yeah. He's like George Wendt.
That's right.
God rest his soul.
Did he die? George Wendt died?
Died today.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Goodbye, George.
Norm.
Look, goodbye, Norm.
Goodbye to Norm.
Used to be hello, Norm. Goodbye, Norm.
Goodbye, Norm.
And it'll take something like that. Norm, yeah. Norm, yeah. Okay, Norm, dad did 872 there, see me?
To dog eat dog world, and I'm wearing milk boat underwear.
He had some of the best ones. How old was he? He had to be in the late 70s. I'm guessing, yeah.
I think he was 69.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
If you're
Knock,
lucky.
knock,
If
knocking
you're
on
lucky.
heaven. But he just plugged something in. We've been unplugged the entire time.
Mama, take this badge from me. Oh wait, I got a ventriloquist. Oh, take this badge from me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark to see.
Called Jeremy Jerkline. You're doing a tour.
As a
All the small bars.
ventriloquist.
Yeah, and just on your
Just
hand.
the, yeah.
Just the hand. Maybe-
Cartman's Jennifer Lip. Oh, Jennifer, no hands.
Okay.
Jennifer, no hands. All right, let's wrap it up and go.
Wrap it up.
God bless you guys. Thank you, everybody who came out tonight. We're going to give you some more hats. What? Give you a sec. What's going on now? Chris's laptop died, so we can't stop the show yet.
Okay.
Because he can't stop it.
I'm doing stuff here, and then I look up there and see it a little bit later.
No, it's a delay. I think I should do a delay.
Okay. Do a little longer, I think. Now watch me do my fingers. Do my fingers.
I think you might be right. This is why you got to come.
What you got going this week?
You got to be in studio.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. Okay, so we didn't talk about this last week. Last week's show in right outside of Kansas, Lansing, Kansas.
Yeah.
Capacity crowd of about 14, but much better than that other show we talked about.
Yes.
It's going well. So I get on stage, and the opener is back at the end of the bar. We talked about David last week.
Right, yeah.
So it was the show of the week before. I forgot to bring this up. So there's a guy from the crowd comes over and he's talking to David at the edge of the bar. Like I'm not up, yeah. He liked him. He's a good.
Yeah.
So I finally go, dude, like, shut the fuck up, basically. And I go, you want to come up here? And so he's like, yeah. And so I go, okay, come on up. Let's see what you got. And I let him. He comes up and he grabs the mic. And so I went off stage and went down to the bar where David was. Yeah. And as soon as he started talking, I just went, hey, so that was really good.
Did he get it, hopefully?
No, I think maybe a little bit, but every time he tried to talk, I'd just start yelling shit. And then went up and, went on with my life. But yeah. All right, we can wrap it up now.
See you next Tuesday.
God bless us, everyone. Love you all.
Just a mic and a dream. Now we ride this circuit, chasing that scene. Every heckle, every cheer, every silent stare made a sharper man's bolder. We ain't going nowhere. Billy and Willie's workshop, welcome inside, where the jokes are sharp and the laughs collide. From the Vegas stage to the I-80 grind, this comedy life is one of a kind.